Okay, we are back for another session, everybody, of Astroprisma, which has solidly put itself in my favorite game so far. My favorite solo game so far. Happy to announce it. This is session 13. So, what happened last time? Just to give myself a refresher, as I'm looking at my notes, we picked up the trail. We picked up another bounty. And we picked up a trail of one Jürgen Bohr, this type of weird mad scientist fellow. And I'm sure when we find him, that's going to be another tough fight, but hopefully not as tough as the first guy. So we currently know that he's in a drifting escape pod. And then, what also happened last session? We returned to the Synth Arch settlement, and then bookkeeping was extensive but fruitful. I got a lot of stuff, offloaded a lot, upgraded a lot. You know what? I think I upgraded because I was like, oh my god, these bounties are tough. I gotta my body needs to be top notch. So I am now peak of evolution here. But we were immediately attacked, the Synth Arch settlement. Yes, that's what happened. Medusa agents. But I remember that was actually quite quick, dismantling that whole operation they had set up. But I have a feeling that, at least the narrative in my head, is that they came after me for taking down Ogon Blaze. They came against the crew, the entire Team Indigo, which is our crew name. So now we have touched down in the Gaian planet of Danae, because I want to deliver this power gen to Lily. She's someone we met a few sessions ago, and we could potentially bring her on as the last and final member, unless the doctor dies. But we're doing our best with the doctor. So also there is another mission for a Synth Arch. I'm going all in on Synth Arch. I'm basically trying to be best, as they say. I have 7 favor with them. So what are we gonna do first? I'm going to. Lily is here. I have the note here. Let's give the power gen to Lily, and then I have 2 contraband packages which I could sell, but you have to sell them to a specific faction. Okay, so we are back on the Gaian planet. So Gaian planets are dry and rocky, with sand deserts taking up most of their surface. Despite their arid nature, they were extensively settled by the ancient galactic empires due to the precious jewels found below surface level. Many Gaian planets were terraformed, introducing water and plant life into their ecosystem. You know what? It's like Dune. It's giving Dune. Is immediately what I'm thinking about. Trying to take their spice. I'm gonna roll a d6. Let's see where we land. That is a 3. A crack in the side of a cliff reveals an underground city carved into the rock. Ooh, underground city. Okay. Every time there's a place new like this, I want to give it a name. There are satellite names and there's settlement names. So I'm gonna roll 2d20 and let's give this bad boy a name. What is this underground city called? Okay, so I got 9 and 12. So I'm looking at the table in the book. So it's called Sagittarius Valiant. That's the name of the city. Does it make any sense? I don't know. That's the 2 words I got, so I put them together. Sometimes if I absolutely hate it, I will roll again, but it's fine. And I'm gonna roll a d20 just to see what their main source of trade is. So let's do that. I rolled a 5. So their main source of trade is street fighters. Ooh, that's what this place is known for. I think that's good enough. So, the Nova, narratively, what does that look like? The Nova, it cuts through the oxygen-rich atmosphere of Danae. And there is an expanse, and we see red rock deserts and these now vibrant terraformed forests. And we're following the signal. Lily sent one, and we find our destination, a city in a rock cliff called Sagittarius Valiant. So, yeah, looks like ancient engineering, I'll say. It's a city carved directly into the cliffside. And I set the Nova down on a landing shelf. And yeah. So this place, it's known for their street fighters. It's the local currency here. But we have a meeting with Lily. So we go to find Lily. She is near a makeshift workshop at the edge of the city's industrial sector. And she looks worn. She looks worn down. I look at her. Gear is kind of caked in that red dust of these Gaian planets. But her eyes kind of light up when she sees us lugging this power gen over to her. Comes to life. It's exactly what she needed for her equipment. And she lets us know, I honestly didn't think that you'd make the trip back out of the rim for this. Most hunters would have just sold the tech and moved on. This generator, it changes things. And I say, you're welcome. And she looks at the Nova, the ship on the landing pad, then looks back at us. She looks at my new body. You're looking different, sturdier. I've heard the rumors about what happened at the Ark settlement. If you're looking for a specialist who knows her way around, I'm potentially interested. But I can't leave just yet. There is a signal. There's a signal from an ancient wreck in the valley. So I think she wants our help. We need to head to this ancient ship. Actually, you know what? Let's combine the two missions. Because there is a Synth Arch mission location. I think it makes sense to combine them. I think once she sees what we're willing to do, she's gonna help out. Yeah, so I'm gonna combine, I think, so our mission was to liberate an artificial intelligence software trapped in an old world computer and upload its code to a Synth Arch server. The computer is located inside of an ancient ship, but it's protected by 2 automaton bots. So we're already here, ancient ship, half buried, probably in the sands, 2 automaton bots. And then there is a complication, of course, and then I need to roll for the reward. And we'll say that Lily has been tracking this signal for that ship for a while. She knows the AI is suffering in this conscious loop and she wants it out. And so by completing this for the Synth Arch, I'm also fulfilling her personal request to save the intelligence. Because to get someone to join your crew, you have to do like 3 tasks for them, basically. And this would be the 3rd one for her. So if we succeed, we got the Synth Arch rewards, +1 favor, I believe. Some favor, some type of favor, but I forgot the exact number. And a random reward that I will roll for after. There's also a complication that I'm going to roll for. So we are approaching now the ancient ship. We see its jagged shard of chrome. It's rusted iron. It's sticking out of some red dunes. And the 2 automaton bots are patrolling the perimeter. And we could see their sensors scanning the horizon for any unauthorized access to this old world tech. And so there are 2 automaton bots. You know what? I mean, the obvious thing is to just, take them out and fight them. But what if we can be sneaky? It doesn't say how we have to deal with it. I think if we fail a type of, what kind of check would that be? That would maybe be grace to try to be sneaky. We could possibly use EMP grenades to disable their sensors. There's a lot of stuff. I have a new gravity rifle. Gravity, yeah. Okay, so we just arrived. So we need to roll for the complication before we engage. So let's roll that D12 and see what it is. It's a D10, I mean. D10 for the complication. 7. The complication is there is an issue in your ship's oxygen supply. You try to hold your breath for a few minutes until the emergency supply is activated. I need to roll vigor. Failure, I lose 4 health and 6 energy. Oh, okay, that happens along the way. Okay, I can handle that. Okay, so I need to roll vigor. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll a d10, and this is like the world. This is like the complication die. So I'm gonna roll that. This is what I gotta beat. Okay, I gotta beat 5. So my vigor is 2. So I need to roll a 4 or higher. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. That's an 11. Beat it. Success. So we were able to beat the complication. And now what I want to do is I want to be sneaky. So me and the crew, because the crew get off the ship with me when we go in. And Lily's here too, but she's going to stay back with the ship. We're going to do a group stealth check. So we're all going to roll grace. My grace is 4, Zen is 2, Quinn's is 1. So I'm going to say we need 2 of us to beat the challenge die, or we're going to get caught and probably have to get into combat. So let's roll what the challenge die is going to be. Of course it's a 10. Oh, Jesus. Oh, why do I have to roll high? I always roll horribly for the doctor. It's quite fitting. He's not made for this life, but we force him. Okay, so Lily stays, she stays perched on this kind of outcropping near the Nova. She has a long-range scanner, so she's providing like silent HUD feed of the bot's patrol pass. And we take a deep, steady breath. Okay. So Dr. Queen is the weak link in our chain, but we love him. Okay, so let's roll for the crew. Okay. Okay, so D10 plus 2. I'm going to roll for Zen. This is Zen's grace. Oh, God. We all need to roll. Let me tell you right now, the doctor needs to roll a 10. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, we all need to. I need to roll a 9. Well, to beat a 10, I need to roll a 7. 7 or higher. This is my roll. Let's go. 7 or higher. 7. Darn it. That's already 2 misses. I'll roll for the doctor anyway, just because I want to see. Oh, cool. Of course, I roll a 1 for the doctor. It's so laughably funny. Oh my, it's laughably sad, actually. Oh, sweet, sweet doctor. Okay, time to look at the stat blocks for these bots. I'm not too worried. I gotta remember, I have so much cyber tech. I have 6 upgrades on my entire body. Oh, okay. These automaton bots, they are level 1 enemies and they have 8 HP, but they have 5 armor. So I think what happens is that as me and the crew are trying to stay low against the dunes, Dr. Quinn's heavy armor scrapes. Dr. Quinn's heavy armor scrapes against a piece of jagged, like, hull plating. And you can hear this screech, like the sound echoes through the valley like a gunshot. And both automaton bots snap their head towards our position. And you can see their like ocular lenses switch from a passive blue to a hostile red. And then Lily's voice crackles over our comms. They've got a lock. You're compromised. Get into cover now. And the bots don't hesitate. They are like century-old like security units. But they're clunky, you know, they're built with this thick reinforced plating. That's why they got 5 armor. And if I roll a 10 for them, they'll get another armor. That's what happens when I roll a 10 on this enemy. Also, they can self-repair if I roll a 1 to 2. Jesus. So these are just century-old early robot models designed for carrying out basic tasks and area security enforcement. So I'm not too worried, but let's do this. We failed the stealth check. The bots have detected us. They're engaging immediately. We're out in the open sand, about 30 meters from the ship's entrance, the ancient ship. That's what we got to get to. But our crew is up fast. I have my mantis size. I have the gravity rifle. Let's do this. And I have my atlas hands. Doof, doof. So let's roll for initiative. You know, I really tried. You know, we don't got to do combat every time. I really tried, you guys. But hey, I'm blaming Quinn. Okay, so it's time to roll. I'm going to roll for gray first, and I'm a D10 plus 4. Okay, 14 for me. I'm currently first. Sweet Dr. Quinn, you're gonna go next, my friend. Let's see where you go. Quinn's grace is 1. Okay, 7. D10 plus 2. Let's go, Zen. Okay, Zen got a 5. And let's roll for the automatons. They have 0 grace, so it's just going to be a D10. Okay. So I rolled for number 2. They're going to go after Zen. They both rolled 5, but the way that you break a tie is to see who has just the highest base grace, and that's Zen with 2. Okay, we're going to re-roll for automaton number 1. Let's go. That's a 1, so they're going last. Odds are looking in our favor, folks. Okay, so gray is up first. I now have a few things that I can do, so I always have to look at my sheet. Gotta look at my sheet a little bit better now, you know? I have my octo tentacles, meaning I have an extra main and side action that I could just do really quick. They have 5 armor, so I do want to do a lot of damage because -5 is a good bit. It's a good amount. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some cyber tech, of course. I'm going to use octo tentacles, and then I'm going to use my mantis size. Mantis size, this one's cool. It's D6 times grace. My grace is 4, so that's D6 times 4, and I could deal double damage if I'm first in the turn order. And it costs 5 energy, and it is a main action. So that's just action number 1. Let's go. Okay, so it costs 5 energy. Okay, so my energy will go down to 215. That's fine. So I run up. This is like a melee type deal. I could use Force Blast Hand. That might be only with weapons, actually. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to do D6 times 4, right? So, okay. Oh, okay. So I'll just roll a D6 and then I'll times that by 4. Okay. 2 times 4 is 8. And then I can double that, which is 16. And that's my first action. So that was towards number 1. 16 minus 5 is 11. This one's dead. 1 hit. Oh my god, I run up. Oh my, this is crazy. And that was just my first hit. The first one's already dead. Octo tentacles again. I'm not gonna use mantis size this time. What I'm gonna do is the gravity rifle. So I run up to the first automaton, doof, doof, with the mantis size. They're kind of like they unlock, and like the fake skin, the faux skin of my forearms opens up and a slot pops out, and you see the size come out of my arms, and they hook into the robot, and she lifts up and this rips all the cords and the inner workings of Automaton 2 right from its guts. It is now dead. And then so I put them back in. Then I whip out the gravity rifle from my back, and that is D12 plus 4 plus 1. So D12 plus 5. I can charge the attack, and that will deal double damage. I don't know if I need to spend that energy. I'm just going to roll. Come on. Oh. Okay, that's only 7. Oh, I should have. Oh, I still have a side action. That was just one main action. I'm going to use Force Blast Hand, and that's just going to do another d6, but it does cost 2 energy. I will use it there. So energy goes down to 13, and then it just does another d6 of damage. So I will do that. 1. Jesus. It's okay. I should have done the double damage. It would have been dead, but it is fine. I'll let Dr. Quinn have his moment. Let's go, Doctor. So I do 8 damage minus 5, so I only do 3. Okay, Doctor. So the Doctor now has a pulse rifle. Okay, so it's 2d6. We gave him a pulse rifle. It looks a little big in his hands. And the kickback, he's not that strong, but we're gonna do it. Doctor, you can do it, Dr. Quinn, go! Wow, that's a good amount. He goes out, determination on Dr. Quinn's face. 9 minus 5 is 4 more damage as this thing is on its last legs. I think even Doctor like shuts his eyes while he shoots, and then Zen pats him on the side and says, "Good job, Doctor." Zen doesn't talk much, but when he does, you feel very good. And then Zen is going to finish this person, not a person actually, this automaton security bot with his neon blade, of course. His vigor is 4. That's another d12 plus 5. Yeah, there you go. And the automaton is put dead. Nice. Now that is the end of combat. I added a homebrew rule to find scraps. I found that finding scraps is actually one of the harder parts about this game, actually. Not hard, it's just not as prevalent as I would have thought. So I made a little homebrew rule. So I roll on a little table that I made to find loot or scraps after combat. So after every combat, regardless of difficulty, I'm going to roll a d6 and I'm going to see how many scraps I've... Ooh, 80 scraps. I rolled a 6. 5 or 6 is 80. Now, this was an easy enemy. So on the loot table, I will roll just 1d6 for both of them. And it was easy, so we'll only get 2 XP. Okay, 4 and 3, just gonna... I rolled for a random status cure, and then I rolled for an energy cell. Nice. Random status cure. I'm gonna roll a d10 to see what it is. That's a 5, so I got a power gen. Oh, another power gen, nice. I now have 406 scraps, and then I got 2. Okay, so we are now back to completing the mission. So we are at the heart of the wreck. We step inside the ancient ship. The air is still, and we're guided by Lily's sensor data. She's helping us out. We find the screen flickers. It's this distorted, it's flickering face. It's the AI. It's caught in this recursive loop of Mayday signals for decades. And as we plug in our data to begin the liberation, the code flows. It's like frantic energy. And we see that it's not just a code. It's not just a file. It's consciousness. And so we upload the software to the Synth Arch's secure server, and we finally feel the ship go silent as whatever ghost was in that leaves the machine. So I want to see, after each mission, if the mission is successful, you will receive a reward. I'm gonna roll a d10. Let's see what the reward is. Okay, that's an 8. 250 serum. We'll take it. That's added on to what we had before. So I am now at 8 with Synth Arch. I just need 2 more, and then I'll be at 10, which is going to be nice. And then I got 3 XP for finishing that crusade mission. And, you know, I could do side quests and crusade missions for other factions as well. Of course, I don't want to do anything that's going to lower my favor with Synth Arch, but okay, so now I think we're able to recruit Lily. She meets us at the airlock as we exit the wreck. She's seen the data transmission and the shutdown of the ship's distress beacon, and she looks at her makeshift workshop in the distance, then back at us. She says, "You did it. You actually pulled it out without frying the core. Most hunters would have just taken the hardware and left the mine." You know what? I think I've spent enough time in this desert. If you still got a bunk on the Nova, I'd love to take it. And yes, we do have a bunk for you, Lily. Okay, so what should we have her do, though? There are multiple roles that can be taken. Okay, so she can be the mechanic, the navigator, or the gunner. These are all kind of specifically helpful for ship stuff. You know what? Let's go with gunner. I think gunner is going to be fun. Lily's going to be the gunner. Let's go. So, starship weapons modules deal +1 extra damage. She has a laser blaster, a taser shell, and 1 0G liquor. And I can choose a passive ability for her. Ooh, Missile Madness. Missile weapons deal +VIG extra damage this turn. Ooh, oh, nice, nice, nice. Okay, I'm going with that one. Welcome to Team Indigo, Lily. Okay, and we have the crew. The final crew, well, maybe not the final, but we do have the full crew of Team Indigo fully filled out with Lily added on as our gunner, and that's going to be really fun during spaceship combat, seeing how that goes. So, we finished that. I do want to eventually get to Jürgen Bohr and figuring out where he is, but let's explore a couple of hexes. Look, we are currently here. Let's get back. I'm going to get to hex 10 as we have not explored hex 10 yet. It's going to take some fuel. Let's see how much. Okay, so it's going to take 5 fuel to get there. So we're going to subtract 5 and we go down to 11 fuel and we jump to hex. This is the middle ring. So let's see what's going on in the middle ring. 2. Okay, it's a middle ring event. Okay, gonna roll the d6 again to see if it's Eid. Oh my god, Eid. I meant odd or even, but I put them together. Okay, that was odd number. I rolled a 5. And then one more time. So that is a 4. So you dock your starship on an abandoned cyber laboratory ship. Suddenly, you're surprised by the sound of a human voice while you move through the darkness. You point your flashlight toward the voice and discover a single survivor. She explains that the ship was targeted by a pirate ambush. She managed to survive the raid by hiding inside a locked container. She asks you to take her to a settlement. If you do, she gives you a random hack, and you get +1 favor with Medusa. You know, it doesn't hurt to help out and take her to the settlement. Get a random hack. Why not? I'd probably sell it. I don't really hack. And +1 favor with Medusa. We're currently at -1 with Medusa. It doesn't hurt to get up to at least a neutral status. And guess what? We are 1 hex away from a Synth Arch settlement, honey. We'll take you there. Get in. So, yeah, that was easy. So we get +1 favor for doing that, for helping her out. So that will bring us back to neutral with Medusa. And then we are back at the Synth Arch settlement because we love being here. And I'm going to sell the power gen. I'm going to sell the hack that she gives as well because I don't hack, so I don't really need it. And then we're going to refuel because we were down to 10 fuel and might as well refuel since we're here. We're going to do all that. Okay, sold all that. Got some more serum. Okay, so we got all that figured out. Now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to figure out this mad scientist, Bohr. Where is he? You know, tier 4 enemy. He's drifting in some modified escape pod. So he's likely active. I don't think he's I think, yeah, he's hiding, but he's active. I think it is trying to find a needle in a haystack with this guy. So, but we need to know where he is at. So I'm going to ask the Oracle, of course, and see what we can make sense of the answer. So I can ask a few things. I can go like the resource angle. I can see, is Bohr currently docked with or like tethered to a derelict freighter to siphon power for his experiments? You know, that could be helpful because he does need power. The victim angle, has he been hurting anybody? Is there any recent reports of distress calls that suddenly went silent? Something like that. Or stealthy angle, you know, is his pod utilizing an active cloaking field? You know, makes him invisible to like standard long range scans. So let's see, which honestly, the first one, that first idea of like the resource angle, I think I'm going to go that route. So the question we're going to ask is Jürgen Bohr currently docked or tethered to some type of ship or derelict freighter to siphon power for his experiments? That's the first question. So this is a yes or no question. So this is an Oracle system, that virtual intelligence software that's going to help me. The role is to help build narrative by answering questions. So we're going to go with yes or no. And then I also like to roll another d6 because there's like some adjectives after, or some like, they're not nouns. They're just words, extra words to help us figure all this out. Okay, so let's roll a d6. Obviously, we want yeses, so we want 4 through 6. So I'm going to roll that d6. Let's see what we get. Oh, 5. Okay. 5 is yes. I'm going to roll in the yes section. So, yes. It's not yes and, it's just yes. I'm going to roll another d6 to see, like, is it going to tell me anything else? 3 is evolution. Oh, that is fitting for this guy. And I want to go the stealth angle. This guy's definitely trying to hide. So the second question, is his pod utilizing an active cloaking field? Which will make him harder, but hey, let's see. Make him harder to find. Okay, I rolled a 5. Oh, yes, another 5. Okay, let's roll another d6 to see. Yes, and growth. Okay, so this is what I think, this is what we're going to do. So in terms of like what evolution means, because I think this guy is he's like freaky. I think he's like, if this makes sense, he's like parasited a larger vessel to fuel his madness. This evolution keyword, it suggests that this derelict freighter is being like physically altered by his experiments, he likes to call. So it might not even be a ship anymore in the traditional sense. It could be a fusion of metal and his mutated biomass experiments. And the growth keyword for the cloaking field means that the field is getting stronger or even expanding. So it's likely like biological, maybe a layer of light bending skin or spores covering the hull. So they don't give me the exact coordinates yet, but they do tell me exactly what kind of guy we're dealing with or ghost we're dealing with. So standard metal and wire sensors won't see him. So we're looking for that blind spot, of course. Something that is physically growing. This guy's weird. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to say that I request a long-range bioscanner from the Synth Arch. I'm still in the Synth Arch settlement. I have 8 favor with them. They love me here. I am their champion, one of them. And because this isn't a standard check, because the cloaking field and the evolution of the ship, I need to find the specific thermal or whatever leak of biological mess that Bohr is leaving behind. So I'm going to conduct a focused sensor sweep of sorts. So I'm going to roll D10 plus tech. My tech is 3. And I'm going to roll the challenge die as well. So I need to beat the challenge die because I'm trying to pinpoint where or which derelict is the nearby, boneyard or hex. Which one is the hex that Bohr has claimed? Let's roll the challenge die. This is a D10. Come on, Maya, do not roll high. Ugh, in solo games, it's to my detriment. Come on, come on. Okay. 7. So what do I need on my D10? I need a 5. I need a 5 or higher to beat this, as I'm using this long-range bioscanner that is available to me only on the Synth Arch settlement. Let's go. Oh, darn it. Oh, it was so close to a 10. I rolled a 4. Oh, failure. It's okay. Kind of want to roll again at disadvantage. Take the lower, but... I mean, it is a solo game, you know. Solo game is like half of you playing the rules as written, half of you making it up as you go, and making up your own rules to have fun. I'm trying to think because I want to try again, but it's hard to get a lock on this guy. And it makes sense because these bounties are tough. They're not easy people to get to, and then once you do get to them, they're not easy to fight. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do something, we're gonna call it the deep scan, okay? So we're going in. Except for the challenge die is now, it's going to be increased to 8. So I'm trying to narrow the search parameters, and it's to a dangerous degree. So I'm gonna re-roll tech against that challenge die of 8. But if I do fail this, I lose the trail for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna roll again. Challenge die is now an 8, and it's going against my tech. I now need a 6 or higher to succeed. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. I rolled a 1. Oh, it's not meant to be. This guy is slippery. Yeah, so what happens is sensors are overloading. We're trying to pierce this cloaking field. It's not working. I have to have... Lily has to manually kill the power before it fries any internal circuitry. The trail is completely dead for the remainder of the day, so we'll have to wait for the sensor ghosting in the sector to dissipate before we can attempt another lock. So yeah, the deep scan backfired. So we lost the signal, but maybe Bohr is now aware that someone is actively pinging for his like biological signature. So we're gonna leave him alone for now. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move the hex 2. We're gonna do another exploration roll. And before we do that, we're gonna do test flight. So we're going to spend 3 energy and we're gonna do combat drill. And we're going to test our space combat skills. If we succeed, we have +1 action die per turn during the next space battle. Let's go. So I'm going to roll Vigor. So let's roll the Vigor challenge die. My Vigor is 2. Oh my God. Jesus. And it costs 3 energy, so my energy goes down to 10. Oh my God, I rolled a 10 for the challenge die. That means I have to roll a 10 to beat it. Let's just go. Oh my God. Oh my God, I rolled a 10. Yes. Let's. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Now I roll 10s. Now I roll 10s when I was trying to find Jürgen. Whatever. Okay, so... my energy is at 10. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy an energy cell and then just immediately use it. So energy cell costs 30. So I will minus 30 and then restore some energy, which is a D6 plus tech. My tech is 3. Come on, 6. I'll take it. 8. I got 8 energy back. Okay, let's move to Hex 2. We leave the Synth Arch settlement, ready for our next space battle, just in case. Hey, we might get one right now. So this is the inner ring. Let's roll a d6. Let's see what we find. That's a 6. That's a faction encounter. Okay. Totally fine. Only... Corsair? I think Corsair is the only one I have -1 with, so we don't want Corsair. Or maybe we do. Listen, I'm not afraid of anybody anymore. You know what I like about this game that I'm just thinking about is that I have leveled up my character and they are super powerful, right? They're pretty tough now, but this game still has very, very tough enemies for me to fight. And that's something that I cannot say about Miru. Like after Miru 1, I got so powerful. I was just plowing through gods. I still am as I'm currently playing Miru 3. But this game still has very tough enemies. Like, oh my God, ship combat, just hand-to-hand combat. It's like I could still very much die or go down, even with all the cool stuff that I have. Very, very just very much appreciate that. Just wanted to say that real quick. This is why I love Astroprisma. It still keeps you on your toes. Okay, so faction counter. Let's do it. Let's see who the faction is. I'm gonna roll a d10. Okay, it's a 1. Of course, I rolled Corsair, who I have -1 with, so I just said that. It's a hostile encounter with Corsair. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see what they want. Now, as a reminder, Corsair is a rogue federation of outlaws, smugglers, and bounty hunters. Now, we are bounty hunters now, so maybe we should do some side quests for them, get on their good side, maybe. Maybe we should do some crusade missions for them. Listen, we're bounty hunters as well, so they are ruthless. They have ruthless practices, and network of contraband hubs have turned them into one of the strongest groups in the new lawless space. I would like to find a Corsair settlement, but I can't even go into one because of my negative status with them. But I do want to sell these contraband packages. It's the only place I can sell them at. Okay, let's see what this negative encounter is. Hostile, so I'm going to roll a d6. Let's see what it is. It's a 5. Okay. A chain of EMP mines sets off around your starship. Oh. Okay. With all your electronic systems disabled and non-operational, the enemy is able to breach your protective barrier and freely warp inside your ship from a nearby mothership. 2 mercenaries teleport inside your spacecraft and start forcing locked gates open until reaching the control room where you are located. You hear the loud metallic thumps as they break the locks open and their steps getting closer and closer. Load your weapon and prepare for the fight. Oh, let's go. 2 mercenaries. They are tier 2. Okay, they have 20 HP, 2 armor. Let's do it. These are paid paramilitary soldiers. Many among their ranks are veterans of past armed conflicts, looking for easy money. Oh, let's go. It's going to be us 4 against you 2. Pff, easy money. Easy money. Okay, we have the mercenaries. They have 2 grace. A lot of people have 2 grace, so let's roll for initiative. Let's do this. Okay, so D10 plus my grace first, which is 4. Okay, I got 10 for Gray, so Gray's going up first. For right now, Doctor. How much grace does the Doctor have? Doctor has 1. Oh, what? The Doctor's going before me. Look at you. Dr. Quinn, take an initiative. You'll love to see it. Okay, next is Zen, who has 2 grace, I believe. Yep. Okay, Zen's going for a C. He's like, calm down, Doctor. I know you are excited. Okay, I think everybody else has 2 grace, so I'm just going to re-roll that. So this is for Lily. Oh, Lily's at 12. Both Lily and Zen have 2, so I don't know who breaks the tie. So they're just going to go in the front here. So let's go. That was for mercenary number 1. And I'm going to re-roll for his buddy. Okay, mercenary 2 is going to go first. Okay, Zen can go first. There's 2 enemies. Zen has an ability where we can add on a +2. because there are 2 enemies. We can add +2 to his vigor, so his vigor is actually a +5. Neon Blade comes out. That's a D12 +5 as he goes to slice. Mercenary number 2 is they start boarding the ship. Let's go. We see Lily. She grips her new pulse rifle, knuckles white, as we hear the thoof, 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 the heavy boots. They're approaching the bridge. The door hisses open, and then the 2 mercenaries step in. Let's go. Let's see, what weapons do they have? They have ion carbine. Okay. They have flash rounds. Okay. Ooh, if I roll a 10 for them, they get +1 to all their stats. It's okay. Let's try to do as much damage as we can before it gets to them. Let's go. D12 +5. Come on, my friend. Let's go. Come on, 12. Oh, 16. Are you kidding me? Rushes over. I think Gray looks at Zen. Zen was here first. They have a connection like no other. She tells Zen to stand by the door as we can hear the thumping of their footsteps. And as soon as Mercenary 2 comes in, like first steps through the door, Zen goes to cut him off at the kneecaps, and you see as his neon blade like chops off a full left leg. You see it fly across the deck, and that is 14 damage. This guy goes down to 6. That was his first action. He gets a side action too, and you know what? You know what we have now? Because we're awesome, we have frag grenades, okay? Throw it, my friend. Throw it. Frag grenade. Okay, so frag grenade, need to roll their vigor against the highest difficulty enemy, and then all enemies will take D8 times vigor. So I'm gonna roll the highest vigor. These enemies, their vigor is 3. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a D10 +3 for the enemies. This is the challenge die. Okay, that's 10. Against Zen's 5. Let's go, come on. Oh, that's a miss. It's a miss, and we lose 1 frag grenade. It's okay. We have 3 more. Oh, that would have been so nice. It's okay. Lily, she powers up. She has her pulse rifle, which is 2d6 plus vigor. She also has a taser shell, which is all enemies will become shocked. So I think she will use that. But let's first roll her pulse rifle as she gets it ready. Knuckles white, 2d6 plus her vigor, which is 3. She's going for Mercenary 2. Finish him off, girl. Yes. That's a 10. This guy's dead. Mercenary 2 gets a leg cut off. It gets lobbed off. He starts screaming. As he's screaming, right at his body, he flies off to the side. Dead. Listen, don't mess with Team Indigo. I thought people knew. Mercenary 2 is dead. So, Lily has a taser, which will make him shocked. Which he'll lose all armor if he's shocked, which we'll take it. Yeah, so she'll use her taser shell, but she has to roll higher than this guy's vigor, which is 3. So once again, +3, let's go. This is the challenge die. Oh, I rolled a 10 again for his vigor, but her vigor is also 3. So, okay, so what do we need? We need 8. Come on, 8 or higher. Oh, so close. She lost her taser shell. We could buy another, but that was it. Okay, his friend comes in. That was Lily's turn. Dr. Quinn is going to go now. He also has a pulse rifle. He's gonna try his best, aren't you, Doctor? Let's go. 2d6 plus, it's just 2d6. He doesn't have any vigor, unfortunately. Okay, he does 6 damage, minus the guy's armor, so it's only 4. And Dr. Quinn, he starts, you see him, he starts patting his belt, and he goes, "Ah, here it is." And then he pulls out a frag grenade. But again, we have to roll against this guy's vigor, and I keep rolling high. Okay, that's an 8. And so Dr. Quinn doesn't have any vigor pulling, so we just got to roll a 9 or higher on this D10 right now. Come on, come on, come on. Nothing. We're just wasting these frag grenades because nobody. It's fine. It's fine. It's my turn next, and you know what I'm gonna do. We're down to 2 frag grenades. Thanks, Doctor, for your work. And yeah, you know what time it is. We're going to Octa Tentacles activated. So I do get another main and side action during this turn. Mantis Scythe, come out. You see me zoop, zoop, zoop. Like the body goes in a Z. Mantis Scythe activated. And they don't deal double damage because I'm not first in the turn order. Or I could use dual processor so I can attack with both. That's what I'm gonna do, sorry. I'm not gonna use Mantis Scythe, even though they're cool, but they're even better when you're first. I'm gonna use dual processor so I can attack with both equipped weapons this turn using a single main action. It does cost 4 energy. It's worth it. Energy goes down to 14. I pull out my gravity rifle, and I'm gonna use another 2 energy, activate Trigger Finger, which is another D6 until the end of the fight. So that is another 2 energy. So lots going on right now. Gravity rifle, that is D12 plus 5. And then that's another D6. And this is just my first action. Let's go. So that is, oh my God, that's 17 on my first action. You guys knew I was coming in. 17 minus 2, which is 15. This guy's down to 1 action. So 1 point, sorry, 1 health. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna pull out my halo discs as I whip out the gravity rifle. It's like attached to my back. Immediately, lightning speed goes back on my back. I pull out the halo disc, then I do that Z, like zigzag motion, and I go in and just right across the neck with the halo discs. And you see parts of his body land next to that fallen leg of his comrade as he dies dead. Dead, dead, dead. That's D6 plus my grace, which is 4. Do I need to roll it? It's 2D6 plus. And another D6 because I only rolled 1. Okay, so that would have been 10 damage. Dead. These guys don't know who they're messing with. We're Team Indigo. We're bounty hunters now. Have you met Dr. Quinn? And that is the end of the fight, everybody. Nice. So, as usual, I'm going to roll a D6, and I'm going to see what, how much loot we can get off, how many scraps we can get off of their bodies. It's a 3, 50 scraps. And that is where we are going to end this session. Another good play session of Astroprisma, having so much fun. Session 13. How much farther are we going to go? I don't know. Can we get up to session 20 and in a solo game? That would be so cool. This is my most played game. Obviously, I'm having so much fun with it. And this is going to go until the wheels fall off, honestly, because there's still so much to explore, so much to do. I think even after I explore each hex, there's still like expansions that I can get into. There's still other factions that I can work for and do their missions. Like, it is just an endless supply of goodies that this game just continues to give and give and give. And I really, really love it. I think I know I'm early, but I'm thinking about like when I do end this play run, I can do campaign mode, which is really hard on faction play. So I'm thinking about doing that, but who knows? We're going to end it here. Again, another good session with Astroprisma. See you guys in the next one.